Okay, in this video we're going to look at how we set up a program for selecting computer games and costing them. It will use the list box and a number of other items, but I'm going to take this from the very beginning, and what I'd like you to do in your programs is to put in the comments so that it proves to yourself when you save it, you've got the comments that tell you what the code does, and I will be checking then as you're working through that you know what you've progressed and what you've done so far. So first thing you need to do, as always, go to all programs, visual programming, Visual Studio. Now mine says 2015 in the office, don't worry if yours is 2013, and then file, you want a new project, make sure it's Visual Basic and a Windows Form application, and I would call it Games Consoles for now. Okay, and click on OK, and make sure you saved it to the right location. So the first thing you want is your form, like so, and we know if we need to get to the code window, if we click on vCode, it takes us to the code window, and if we click on the form, it takes us back. So code window, if we click on that one, take us back to the form, we click on that one. What I'd like you to do first is let's start setting up how our form is going to look. So if you go down to the containers section in your toolbox and click a group box like so, and we'll have a group box up here looking something like that. We don't need to give the group box a name necessarily, but we do need to change its title there, so, or its text. Go down to here to the text property and call it consoles. Those will be the consoles that the person selects. We'll have another group box here. We might change the size of the form as we move on, and the size of our group boxes. We'll see how it works with the text. Group box 2 down here in the text can be called games. Whoops, I got G games there. So that's the text property of the group box, and that's called consoles now and games. We need a button, so we'll pop our button up here. Now that button can be called BTN add, so go up to the name property and it's BTN add. So two group boxes, a button, and obviously we need to change the text of that button. So we'll go down to here to its text property and change that to add. There you go. The last thing we need is the good old list box. So we'll take the list box, we'll place the list box here for now, and we'll call that total. So LST total. And you can see the name changed to LST total. The idea being, when you run the program, we're going to have some option buttons and some check boxes. They'll select the console, they'll select the number of games, click on add, and it will display it in the list box, add it all up, and ultimately save it to a text file on your hard drive. So what we need to do now is add some option buttons for the three consoles. So I'll just make it a little bit bigger. I can always play around with it. Now don't forget, when you're making these larger, you often get lines, as you can see, that help you line things up. Like that one there, you'll get a line there. Play around with it a bit, see how you get on. But first of all, I need three option radio buttons. These used to be called option buttons, so I often call them option buttons by mistake. So I want radio button 1, radio button 2, and radio button 3. I'll make that box a little larger. spend a little bit of time getting it to match up. Now, radio button 1 should be called RDO Xbox. Whoops. Capital X box. Okay. So, and also its text property will be, when I can find it, Xbox. Like so. So radio button 1 becomes Xbox. Radio button 2 can be PlayStation. So RDO, we'll say PS4, let's say PS4. And its text can be RDO P. Oh, of course it wouldn't be RDO, would it? This is actual text, so it would just be PS4. Actually, thinking about it, to simplify it, we'll just have the 2 consoles for now. So I'll make that a little bit slowly. We'll have Xbox and PlayStation. Now, the idea of this program is that you can only select one console. You either have your Xbox or your PlayStation, basically. That's why we've used radio buttons, because you can only select the one, and that's what we want. So you're going to select one console and select the games you want with that console. So let's have a think about the games that can go with our console. I think we'll have 5 games, and we're going to use check boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just make sure they're all lined up nicely. Now I think, let's have a think about this a moment. Yeah, right, our first one can be CHK, because it's a chat box, and Fortnite. Now I know Fortnite is free to play, but we could say that it's coming with a Save the World package or something free on it, basically. And down in the text, we'll do Fortnite. Second one can be Grand Theft Auto. So CHK GTA for now, and its text will be CHK GTA. Third one can be, thinking off the top of my head, good old Minecraft. So CHK Minecraft. Capital C, Minecraft. No, actually, we'll leave that as lowercase, all one word, Minecraft. And its name. Where are we? It's text field. Here we are. Minecraft. Fourth can be Counter-Strike, I think. So CHK Counter-Strike. Excuse me. Cheat a little bit there. Go down to the text property. Paste that in, but get rid of the CHK. So we've got Counter-Strike. And the fifth one can be, I'll just call it Call of Duty. we won't worry too much about what version. So CHK Call of Duty, and again copy that, go down to text, paste it into here and get rid of the CHK. So, sorry, what you need to check now then is check that you've got a button with button add that says add. You've got a list box called LST total. You've got a group box called consoles with RDO Xbox, RDO PS4, check boxes in your games console group box, and those are CHK Fortnite, CHK GTA, CHK Minecraft, CHK Counter-Strike, and CHK Call of Duty. How big you have your form, how small, how you arrange it is entirely up to you. If you want to make it different colours, if you want to have different texts and things, that's fine, but use my naming conventions, because ultimately what we're going to do when we run this program is we're going to be able to select what we want here, and when we click add, it will dynamically change it in this list box. Click however many games we want with it, click on add, and it will add it up with the total of all the prices and print it out for you. So this is going to be quite a complex application, but as long as we follow through these carefully, you should be fine. At this point, there's no need to make any notes in your code, because at the moment, as you can see, we haven't done any code.